Hey, how's it hanging, good people? Welcome back to yet another live stream from yours truly, the Icelandic psychopath of all nations. Well, the Icelandic nations. Anyway, so I just had this sudden urge to go live and talk movies with you people, since, well, all my exams are done. Yes, school's out for summer. So I just figured that it would be a good time to go live and, like I said, talk movies with some good people. And the topic of discussion that I've chosen today, well, at least to keep us going for just a little bit, is my latest movie rankings and just opinions. So I'm going to be sharing my screen and just sharing some thoughts that come up on what I've watched recently. And yes, lots of fun ahead, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's go. Let's keep on rocking and rolling. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen with you, good people, right now. Let's go. Here we go. My ratings. Yeah, share. Okay. Now, yeah, it seems that I updated my ranking for 13 from 8 to 9. I mean, it's just such a good film. So it's a 9 for me now, but obviously it's a film that I've seen many times through the years. But here's a shocker. I, I actually I watched Twilight for the first time. Yes, I did. Yeah, my fiance, she forced me to watch Twilight. I did, yes, and I actually ranked it a 6 out of 10. Now, bear with me, guys. The thing is just that it was never going to be as bad as I had previously thought. Just all of these informations through the years, all of these memes. How could it be as bad as I perceived it would be? It was actually just much more watchable than I would have ever imagined. Twilight, yeah, 6 out of 10 for me. I don't know. It's a bit that's a bit awkward, but yeah, that's how it is. So yeah, let's go with another ranking now, shall we? The Final Cut is a film with Robin Williams, a sci-fi film. It's sort of interesting. I give it a 7 out of 10. Just saw it for the first time recently, and yeah, I gotta say, very interesting ideas in this film. The ending sort of, messes up the sort of the film in a way, but it's yeah, it was okay. So yeah, let's see. 4 people watching. Oh, hello there, 4 people. Welcome to the stream of the Icelandic psychopath of all nations. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's keep on rocking and rolling. Let's see. Where am I now? I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Apex. Yeah. Like I said, I already did a movie review on this film, so it's a 5 out of 10 for me. Yeah, you can hear my thoughts in the review. A film by an Icelandic director, Baltasar Kormákur, who's established himself in Iceland in the 90s as a good actor, then very soon after that as a director, and yeah, has made many a good film, but this was not one of them. So, A Million Ways to Die in the West, yes, that one was pretty interesting, I have to say. I mean, a Western comedy that has all these sort of like Western tropes that we've come to know, but just puts it in a little bit different sort of mood and different. Yeah, I think that film is a really really underrated. I actually thought of putting that in my latest video, underrated films, but I guess maybe it's more of a film that I love and others don't seem to. I mean, yeah, others don't seem to like. You see what I mean? Could be something like that. Striking Distance with Bruce Willis. Yeah, not much to say about that film. Whatever. Old with M. Night Shyamalan. I mean, by M. Night Shyamalan. He's not with. I mean, he's not in the film. Not that I remember though. I mean, it's been a while since I saw it. I guess I just forgot to rate it back in the days. But yeah, that one was rather interesting. So yeah, let's keep going. Give me some chats in the chats, people. Let's keep this alive. Let's keep this alive live. So the General's Daughter with John Travolta. I also watched recently, and sort of the concept of the film is much stronger than the film itself. The message of the film, that is. I didn't find myself really invested in the film. It starts off with this like 10 minute sort of intro into who this character is. Where he's doing and John Travolta's doing like a weird accent, and all of that just sort of feels unnecessary in a way. But yeah, I mean, it's on Netflix. It's something to pass time by. But speaking of something to pass time by, Awake is also on Netflix. That's a film that I give a 7 out of 10. That's a film that I found myself much more invested in, and I was really, yeah, sort of like on ads watching. But when the film was over, I just sort of forgot about it straight away. I mean, I remember the day after I was scrolling on Netflix and the title came up, and I was like, oh right, I watched that film yesterday. It's just one of these films. You see what I mean? Um, let's see, The Town That Dreaded Sundown. Yeah, The Town That Dreaded Sundown. I don't know why I recently rated that. I mean, I saw that many years ago. Seen it, and I just watched it today for the third time, and I realized that it just might be a time to do a video on it. I'm working on it right now. I'm editing a video on The Town That Dreaded Sundown right now. So I'm thinking that maybe on the channel I might do some deep dives into just one interesting film. Every once in a while, like this one, cult classic, The Town That Dreaded Sundown. Okay. A Creepshow 2, 7 out of 10 for me. I recently just saw that one, bought it the Arrow 4K, the box with all of these good stuff. I love me some Arrow, my favorite boutique label, yeah. So let's see, I rated some Donald Duck cartoons. Love me some Donald Duck, man. The drama, wow, you can see 10 out of 10 for me. I mean, that is a rating that I rarely ever give, but that film was just such a ride, such a roller coaster ride. I was totally emotionally drained after that film. I wish I could have caught that on camera for you guys, but unfortunately I didn't have it with me. But I mean, wow, what an experience. I mean, I didn't feel like myself for like an hour after the film. It just it just messed with my head. What a roller coaster it was, for sure. Let's see. Yeah, 3 people watching. Hello there, 3 people. Let's see now. Yeah, some Tales from the Crypt episodes that I've ranked here. Yeah, and some films that I've seen before. Monster, Baltasar Kormákur. No, that's not Baltasar Kormákur film. No, that's Beast. Monster did I just rate it an 8? Let's jump that up to 9, shall we? Yeah, one of the best films that I've seen in since the 2020s. Very interesting film about a story that we're shown in a few different perspectives, which is very interesting because we perceive the story in a very specific way according to the version from one person, and then we see it from another different angles, and it's just very fascinating film. Insomnia, the original one, 6 out of 10 for me. Yeah, I watched it because I've seen the remake a few times, and I just thought to myself, yeah, it's time to see what this film is all about. And it's got this sort of Scandinavian thriller vibe, that sort of layer all over that film, and it's just, yeah, that was interesting in a way to see, and it also goes much further in many ways. It shows nudity, and it shows blood, and he's much more unlikable. The character that Stellan Skarsgård plays. So it just shows you the differences between sort of Scandinavian films and Hollywood films. And I mean, I admire the film for that, but so many things in the Hollywood and the Christopher Nolan version that I just prefer. The cinematography and just the acting and characters and such. So yeah, let's keep on going now, shall we? Project Hail Mary was a 9 out of 10 for me. I've also mentioned that on my channel. I did a review on that. So shouldn't be a surprise that I like that. Hard Boiled, 7 out of 10 for me. I mean, that's pretty. I mean, maybe that's a bit low, but I mean, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's an all over the place action film. What can I say? Yeah, Mike and Nick and Alice. That's a 6 out of 10 for me. Film that I'd never heard of, just popped up on streaming all of a sudden, and I just thought to myself, yeah, okay, I will watch that. I mean, I'm a fan of Vince Vaughn, and the first half of the film was very interesting. I found myself very invested, and thought to myself, yeah, okay, this is, feels a little bit something new and fresh and funny. Then it just all sort of went down the drain, and in the second half a little bit, just became too convoluted for its own good, and I just wasn't really invested in the things that were happening. Felt a little forced, but it's fun for what it is. Dark of the Sun is an underrated gem that I did mention in my latest pickup video, a film that nobody's ever talked about. I hadn't heard of. Just the guy in the movie store was like, hey, you know what? This is going to be the best film that you've never seen. So yeah, I just picked it up and found it very interesting. There's a hand-to-hand fight scene in that film that feels very ahead of its time. must be the best hand-to-hand fight scene in cinema at that time. It's just very raw and brutal out in the nature. Let's see a comment from someone. Think I have so far not seen any of the films you mentioned. YouTube áhorf. That's no good. That's no good. You're gonna pump those, movie watches up. Yeah, so sounds like that. Yeah, it's a bit awkward. Yeah, let's just not. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, now let's see. Safety last. A 10 out of 10 for me again. This is a perfect cinematic marvel. What a film! I was just in awe of this. I dreamt this film. The whole night after I watched it. Film from 1923. Just wow! What a film. Let's see. It's Safety last. Two directors, Harold Lloyd. Obviously, Harold Lloyd was sort of the guy that's just wanted to climb everything. He was just known for that. And even when he was not able to climb sort of like these buildings, he would climb a tree in one of his films. So yeah, just gotta do what I gotta do. Where am I now? I sort of lost it. I sort of lost my ratings. Did I not? That's a bit awkward, isn't it? Let's go. So yeah, I've had an IMDb profile for since 2005. I know there are so many people on Letterboxd. I guess maybe I should get on that. So yeah, that's a bit awkward. I mean, I'm admitting that. I rate everything on IMDb. Always have, always will. Okay, let's see. The ratings are public. Yeah, there we go. Okay, where was I now? Let's see. Something that I've seen recently. Roma. Yeah, that was a film. I just went on Netflix and thought to myself, I want to see some of these, international films, not something mainstream. And I just looked something like that was something that I looked up, and this film was the first thing that came up. So I just thought to myself, okay, let's see what it's all about. Interesting film that sort of just depicts life happening, and the camera is sort of like an entity in the film. It feels like you're watching so much from afar. This one family, and it's very interesting it's like it's a very different approach for cinematography, and then of course we get up close in these more major events, and it's a film that's pretty much slow until there's something terrific, terrifying happening, and it's like lots. Okay, let's see. Georgia Rule. Yeah, that's a film that I really liked. I don't understand why people didn't like that one. I mean, I guess just came out at a time that Lindsay Lohan just was a little bit, was feeling the heat a little bit. Yeah, just not your typical film about these, not your typical like rom-com thing. It's yeah, I like that one. Let's see, Pedro Almodovar, Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down, Atame. Well, that's one of these films that I got from my mom. She has so many films from Pedro Almodovar, so I got this one DVD and watched it just to broaden the horizon a little bit, because she's been talking about Pedro Almodovar since I can just remember. I mean, yeah, that's just something that, yeah, I don't know. He's a very interesting director for sure. My Neighbor Totoro, only a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, a fascinating little film, obviously, but I've only seen My Neighbor Totoro and Kiki's Delivery Service out of his films yet, so I'm new into anime. I much prefer Kiki's Delivery Service. Love that cat. The cat is like just gotta be one of the best cats in cinema ever. It's just, he's so awesome. So let's see. The Company of Wolves. Very fascinating atmospheric film that I gave a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, yeah. It's sort of one of these films that the atmosphere of the film is the star of the film. You see what I mean? So the film itself is quite good, but it's carried by the atmosphere itself. Kramer versus Kramer. I mean, that's a film that I've owned since forever. Guess I've just recently rated it 9 out of 10. Just a fantastic drama that's just sort of, it has aged pretty well. A film that I watched over and over back in the days, and I could easily do that now as well. Just something about Dustin Hoffman's character and how he's trying to just sort of survive the fact that now he's alone with his kid, trying to make this bread and eggs together. And I actually started to do that myself, making bread and eggs together like that, just seeing the film. I mean, say what you will about Dustin Hoffman. He was perfect in that film, and I mean, I saw a comment recently, sort of that Dustin Hoffman's performance in haven't aged so well. You could say that about so many actors, but he's absolutely fantastic in this film as the father that all of a sudden has to adjust to different situation. Sinners, yeah, I mean it's a 7 out of 10 for me. Some people assume that I really hate that film based on this modern cinema rant that I did. I mean, I don't. It's got something going for it, but it's just not great. It's just nothing that deserves, 16 Oscar nominations. No. Overboard? Yeah, the original one. That one was yeah, had a good time. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. Just a perfect sort of comedy duo on screen. And I tried to watch the remake. Yeah, I gave up on that very quickly. Just not. No. Just lost the whole vibe and atmosphere and just just the lovability that made the first film. I mean, it's sort of hard to make a film about this sort of thing, but yeah. Okay, let's see. The Last Island, a 7 out of 10. Yeah, that one was pretty interesting as well. Let's see. Someone else just commented on the video. Almodovar, this film I have seen. Great actors. The film, not his best. Not his best. Okay. Yeah, I mean, probably not. Probably not. A very controversial sort of things happening in the film, but nonetheless, a good time if you just put your mind a little bit. I mean, because it's not a film that would be made today. Let's just say that. Yeah. Kramer versus Kramer. Love that film. Yeah, I do as well. Fantastic drama. Definitely deserving of the Oscars that it got. Now let's see. Your ratings. Dinner for Schmucks. 6 out of 10. Wow, that film was so many awkward situations in that film. But I mean, I had fun with it. It's just one of these films that I press play on Netflix and just like go ahead. Why not? Stargate. 6 out of 10. Yeah, that might be a little bit low for that film. I guess, but nonetheless, pretty good. Barry Lyndon, A Clockwork Orange, Foul Play. Yeah, that's also a film that I saw back in the days. Don't know why I just recently rated it, but yeah, it's a very interesting little film. Very interesting little film that's definitely been forgotten, but it has a recent 4K, so that's good. Let's see. Is there anything recently that I've seen otherwise in here? Let's see. Yeah, he's just not that into you. I gave an 8 out of 10. It's interesting that I saw this film some years ago and I had totally forgotten about it, but then I saw it again. And I think it's pretty good. Just very good sort of rom-com if you're in that sort of mood. But I guess I was just in a very weird time and place when I saw it, so that's just sort of why I forgot about it, because the film is it's not extremely forgettable, but it's just it's a fun rom-com thing. The House of the Usher, The Tomb of Lygia, 6 out of 10, both of these films. And these are also films that the atmosphere is the star. But I mean, I sometimes struggle with Edgar Allan Poe a little bit because he really goes into detail a little bit too much that I just sort of lose him when I'm reading his stories, but still very, very fascinating. And you've got to love Vincent Price. I mean, always. And speaking of always, yeah, one of Steven Spielberg's worst films, which I obviously have given a 4 out of 10 here. So yeah, that's no good. Let's see, 2 people watching. A comment. Foul Play, interesting indeed. Yes, it is an interesting little film, isn't it? What's the name of the actor that comes in with this weird scene? Yeah, because he believes that the woman is scared in a bar and wants him to take her away from this place, and he's just like, oh really? You want to go? So in his mind, she wants to go home and get it on, but that's not her. That's not really what she wants to do. But yeah, fascinating. Let's see now. I'm going to keep on with the ratings a little bit. If there's something that I've missed, let's see. Family Stone, watched that recently as well. 8 out of 10. Had fun with that one. 7 out of 10 for Keeping Up with the Jonases. Yeah, also one of these films that you just put on Netflix and have an okay time with. And then I've been rating some Tales from the Crypt for you here. Crass! I saw Crass for the first time. An 8 out of 10. Yeah, film that's sort of controversial in many people's minds, and so many people have said so many bad things about it. I didn't really expect what I was going to go into, but it was pretty good. And another some Tales from the Crypt ratings. Aladdin. I saw the Aladdin live action film for the first time this year as well. That one was pretty good. I have to admit, I have to say, it took me by surprise a little bit. The direction that they took it and the differences that they made, I think they paid off. You see, so yeah, good one. Okay, let's see. I think I've gone over most of what I. Okay, so yeah, now I'm stopped to share screen, and let's see, Dudley Moore. Yeah, that's his name. A fascinating actor. I haven't seen him in many movies, but he was really fun in this one. Yeah, had me laughing for sure. Let's see now. Let's check out. Just for the heck of it, let's see what's coming out on physical media. If there's anything interesting coming out on physical media, let's check that out now, shall we? Okay. Blu-ray.com. Okay. Now, this is a site that I check out, every day, because it's Blu-ray.com. You got to know what's coming, don't you? I feel so, yeah. So let's see now. 28 days later. Yeah. Here we can see featured reviews. I always check out these reviews as well. If at least if I'm interested in a movie, why not? So I mean, this is just the holy grail of just what's coming out of physical media in my mind. Blu-ray.com. Blu-ray sales 28 years later. Okay, I haven't seen that one yet. The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad coming on 4K. That's not a film that I've seen, but I'm interested in that one from 1958. Yeah, Sinbad. Just looks like a fascinating film to check out. Ready or Not 2, Dead Man's Wire, Hooper's Eraser, 30th anniversary 4K. Not my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. I mean, not by a long shot, but it has some fun moments. I mean, no doubt, because it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, it's not, but it's not a movie that I grew up with. So I don't know. I didn't really, just one popcorn sort of popcorn movie that I just saw once, and that's it. Enough for me. Thoughts on that one, if any. Let's see. Criterion announces July releases. Okay, Criterion. Okay, what's coming out on from Criterion? Let's see. Hut, The Elephant Man, The Crying Game, Cruel Story of Youth, Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, The Love That Remains. Excuse me. And I'll Remind You of Everything, the films of Mike Mills. The Elephant Man. I haven't seen that film yet. That's awkward, isn't it? Yeah, it is a little bit. Because I've seen most David Lynch's film. Is that the only one that I haven't seen? Yeah, I gotta get on that. Yeah, Deep Water Blu-ray, The Mortuary Assistant Blu-ray, Bluebeard, 1972. Never seen these films, never heard of them, but let's just see. Vinegar Syndrome announces May releases. Let's see. Wait a minute, there's a comment here. Somebody says he is brilliant. About Dudley Moore. Yeah, he is, isn't he? Okay, let's see. Blu-ray.com. Vinegar Syndrome announces May releases. And Macbur, Night Watch, Explorers, Anything That Moves, and Come Back to the Fifth and Dime, Jimmy Dean. The Spy with a Cold Nose. What so many amazing titles that I never heard about. Bushido, My Name Isn't Susie. Okay, I'm just going to scroll through this. A Terminator 2 Judgment Day heading back to the US cinemas. Okay, I was actually thinking that maybe they were doing a re-release of Terminator 2. They really got to get on that, because it's a terrible looking, glossy, weird, just colors, and it's everything is so amped up in such a weird way. Stay away from that release, guys. The Terminator 2 on 4K. Yeah, Imprint Film announces new Asian releases. Okay. Let's see now. What's coming on 4K and Blu-ray? Fire and Ice, A Man Called Rucka. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Yeah, okay. I actually own that. Um, Brian De Palma, De Niro and De Palma, the early films. Yeah, hi, Mom. Fun little film. I do like me some Brian De Palma, as some of you might know. The School Duel, the Evil Dead, 45th anniversary 4K Blu-ray. Okay, Sony Pictures. Okay, good one, guys. And there's a steelbook. Let's take a look. What's okay? Right. Okay. I mean, this is such a fascinating little film. The way it's filmed. I remember the scene where he's walking down to the basement and the camera goes around the room and all of a sudden it's back on him. That was such a fascinating little moment. The Evil Dead 4K anniversary steelbook. 45 years. The 45 years. Okay, let's see. Is there anything new? There don't seem to be any new special features, which is unfortunate. But it looks nice. It looks nice for sure. Sam Raimi's The Evil Dead. Okay, I mean, I guess I'm a little bit interested in that one. I mean, for sure. I mean, out of what I've seen so far, this is the only thing that sort of like really jumps up, at me. Let's see, nothing else. Yeah, just so yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, there's not so much coming out. I mean, at least for what I'm seeing now, the only thing that interested me was The Evil Dead. And The Haunting is coming on 4K soon, and Falling Down is having a release from Arrow. That is interesting. I can't remember on the top of my head if there's anything else that's coming out that I'm interested in. But yeah, make sure to let me know, guys, if there's anything that you are interested in to see that what's coming out on physical media. And let's see. Elephant Man, an old black and white movie, a real good one. Okay, yeah, I gotta check that one out. Yeah, I have to. Okay, the screen sharing I was doing. The how do I? Yeah. Okay. Anywho, so now I guess it's just me, and I've gone over pretty much what I was going to go over today, and it seems that the participation tonight is not what it's always. So I guess I will just leave it to it then, and yeah. Icelandic Psycho over and out. At stream.